All right, ladies, stand up for yourself, and I mean stand up. So I went over to this place, and I had a situation where this church had said, "Oh, we'll help you with your rent. It's been over a year." Because I had a restaurant that got really slow, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't have any more business, right?" So I called them, and I've talked to this woman before, and she is just rotten to me. Last time she's like, "Well, why don't you go get unemployment?" This was with Bonefish, and I'm like, "Well, I haven't really looked into that. I've never collected, unemployment in my life." And then I'm like, I don't even think I can, because I didn't have that many hours there. So anyways, she goes, "Well, why don't you go collect unemployment with Salsa on the Rocks?" And I'm like, no, I didn't have enough hours to do that. And then I said, and then I had this cleaning business, and they didn't need help. And she's like, "So we need your rent to be under $300 to help you." I go, "Well, let me call, figure out what it is." So it's like 141, right? And then she's like, "Well, what can't your boys take care of you? Can't your sons take care of you?" And I'm like, "No, actually, they do plenty, and they have their own lives, and this is what I'm asking for." And she's like, "Well, give me the information from the office, and we'll see if we can help you." And I said, "Are you looking down at me? Are you looking down at me? Let me ask you, because the way you talked to me last time and the way you're talking to me this time, you're being pretty disrespectful to me." And she goes, "Well, that is not my intention." And I said, "Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm not in the same situation last year." Because she's like, "You're in the same situation you were last year." I said, "I've been through a divorce. The divorce went through." I said, "I let the courts know." And she's like, "You should be depending on your immediate family." I go, "The courts they won't give me anything. This is not my fault that I had a divorce. My husband chose this, right?" So I go, "You're looking down at me." I go, so she tried to blame me, right? And I go, "I've got 2 more jobs lined up today." She's trying to blame me. I had to not take a job yesterday, a cleaning job, because they wanted me to clean 3 bedrooms and 3 baths in 3 hours. I'm like, "Do you have your timing down? 3 bathrooms is about, if they're big bathrooms, that's close to an hour each, right?" And I'm like, "Then you got a kitchen that's an hour and a half if you time it. There's no way." I go, "There should be 2 people on that job, and the customer's not going to be happy. I just can't take this. We have different standards on the cleaning." So anyways, I'm trying to get my own cleaning business going. I talked to someone yesterday who said, "Do this stuff." I'm like, "Got it." 3 interviews, right? So then I told her I got 2 interviews. She goes, "Well, that's good." And I go, "Yeah, it is. I'm doing everything that I am supposed to be doing." And so I put it on her. I'm like, "Hey, you're a church, right? Don't you preach pro-life?" And I am a mother. I had 5 sons. I put my life down for my kids. And you're trying to tell me that I need to, do more? And I said, "This divorce is not my fault." And she was so rotten to me. So I called the office, and I'm like, "I got this rotten lady who says that she helps the poor." And I told her straight out, I'm like, "I am a mother. And because I am a mother, you need to respect me. I am a mother, and I chose to lay my life down to have kids. And you're telling me that I ought to be like doing more when I gave most of my life to kids." So, I laid into her, and I did it too, because I had a woman once who I did help who said, I was kind of like, "What are you doing? Can you do this? Can you budget this better? Can you do this?" And she said, "Are you looking down at me?" And, that is the most insulting thing for a mother to say, "Hey, this is kind of where I'm at. I just went through a divorce. I just had this. I just had that." Or like the mother I helped with a bunch of kids, she hurt her foot at work. She couldn't even work, and people didn't want to help, So this is what happens with the churches, guys. And I have a church too that's like, "Oh, just be thankful for what you have," without even asking, like, "What do you need?" So this is what goes on with people who don't know people at a church. I know one of the people I know at this church, I know him, and he's been at this church for a while. And he's like, this is an outstanding church. I've been there like 35 years. I am very tempted to call him and let him know what this church is like to those on the outside who have not been there 35 years. But anyways, stand up for yourselves, ladies. And she sent me a text before I even finished calling the office. Oh, we can't help you now. And I'm like, hey, you just said to call the office. This is the balance, and you don't want to help. And I said, plus you look down on me. And I am going to let the people that you answer to know that you don't actually help the poor. You look down on the poor. So don't let people ever look down on you just because you don't have a lot of money, guys. It's ridiculous.